From March 31st to April 3rd, Cinemacon, an event where all the studios come together to celebrate going to the theaters, will happen. And, for the studios mentioned, they'll feature new footage and new things that will show up at the event. So today, let's predict some of those things, cause why not? Okay, but before we truly dive in, let's lay down some ground rules. Number 1. A trailer must always premiere online. Sure, there can be multiple trailers that can premiere, but only one, sometimes two, ever gets released online to the public. The second thing, they would show a lot of minutes of movies, either it be 10, 20, or even 30 minutes of movies. They'll show it all. And 3, they'll show some exclusive footage not shown for the general public until the first trailer comes out. Oh, and also there is an extra rule where they're like, yeah, here's something we announced, but I'm not going into detail about it because A, I don't want to, and B, that would just be too much. So those 3 rules is what we're going with. Are we good? Good. Let's start this thing, I don't know. First, we have Sony Pictures. Their panel is on March 31st, 2025. For movies that could get their trailer release online during the Cinemacon panel, I would only think of 2 movies. 28 years later, since it's coming very close and they'll probably have to start promoting the movie, or give us their first look to the I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot. It could be either one, or it could not even be one of them, but that's a guess of something. For movies that would have some minutes be shown for the attendees, I think the 2 movies would be Until Dawn and Karate Kid Legends. I don't know what kind of minutes they would show. Probably a fight scene for Karate Kid and something scary for Until Dawn, but who knows. For movies that would have some exclusive footage, mainly just compiled up together, or trailers that'll come online soon, are for Clica, Beneath the Storm, and A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. All 3 of those movies you probably don't know, but they're coming on their way, I guess. So I guess they'll probably have some footage to show, since they're done filming, I think. Oh, and one more rule I forgot to mention. Sometimes we can just get straight up updates of movies. For Sony's case, the following movies you see here. Now, you may be wondering why I didn't include it in my initial rules, aka, I don't know, but I kinda just forgot about it, so, yeah. Anyway, next studio. For our second studio is Lionsgate, which will having their Cinemacon panel on April 1st. Lionsgate has either 2 options for if they want to release a trailer online to the public, which is either Americana, a movie starring Sydney Sweeney, and Michael, a biopic about Michael Jackson. It would most likely be the Michael Jackson one, since they really want to promote this one, I think. So, maybe Michael, but I could think that Americana could also get a trailer release online too. I just don't know. Oh, and The Strangers Chapter 2, since that movie finally has its release date, and they'll probably promote it, maybe a trailer, but who knows. I think we'll get a few minutes shown of the John Wick spin-off Ballerina, probably just an extended action sequence, and Hurry Up Tomorrow. I don't know what they'll show for a few minutes, but they might show something, who knows. There are 2 movies that I would think would get some exclusive footage only shown at Cinemacon. Aziz Ansari's new movie, Good Fortune, and Now You See Me 3. They could show something, like their first looks of the movie, but we would have to wait and see. And for Lionsgate, the only 2 announcements where I would see them maybe they'll do is Jason Statham's new movie Mutiny, and the new Hunger Games movie. Yeah, I know it's not much, but there's like a lot of Lionsgate movies that are being released, and I don't know if they're gonna do much, or I don't know. I just don't know if I have any thoughts on them, so we're just gonna move on to the next studio. Our next studio is Warner Brothers, also on April 1st. There are 3 movies that could get their trailer release around Cinemacon. The first one is Superman, mainly because everyone wants it to come out, and there's a 5-minute screening or preview of it in front of Minecraft in Thailand, which could mean that it could come out at Cinemacon, but who knows. Other things that I might guess are Weapons, a movie directed by Zach Krieger, who directed Barbarian and produced Companion. Since that movie was moved up from January of 2026 to August of 2025, maybe it's a good time to promote the movie. And the last one is the Conjuring Last Rites movie, mainly because if you want to say goodbye to some people you gotta do it at CinemaCon. Come on. For movies that could get like a few minutes released, I would say a Minecraft movie, mainly because it's about to release and I guess they want to show off some minutes for them. Sinners, another movie that's about to release and they just want to show some minutes of. Final Destination Bloodlines, maybe they'll show off a kill, but who knows. And F1, maybe a racing sequence or something, I don't know. For movies that could have some exclusive footage that would be released just for the audience, I would guess One Battle After Another, the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie, Animal Friends, the new movie with Ryan Reynolds and Jason Momoa, that comedy, and Mortal Kombat 2. And I guess I might include The Bride, even if that got moved to March, but I'm just going to include it just in case. And the following movies might get an update or just announcements like we're still working on these, like Wuthering Heights, the new Margot Robbie movie, the animated Cat in the Hat movie, a Mummy reboot, and Horizon and American Saga, the second chapter. Those are all my things for Warner Brothers Pictures. Now we're going to move on to the next studio. Our next studio is Universal Pictures / Focus Features, and I'm not including How to Train Your Dragon because that already has its premiere set at CinemaCon. For trailers, it's mainly up against 2 movies, Megan 2.0, Nobody 2, and Him. Megan is the sequel to Megan. Nobody 2 is the sequel to Nobody. And Him is directed by Justin Tipeg, a guy that I don't know, but it is being produced by Jordan Peele, so it might be good. For movies that can have like a good handful of minutes that will be shown from Universal, is Drop, since it's literally coming out days after the panel, so they probably want to show stuff. Jurassic World Rebirth, they'll probably just show some action sequence. And The Bad Guys 2. Like I said, probably another action sequence. For any exclusive footage that would be released at CinemaCon, it would most likely be the 3rd Downton Abbey film, Gabby's Dollhouse the movie, The Black Phone 2, and Wicked for Good. Those are the movies I chose, so that's what we're doing, okay? And the following movies you see here are the movies where I think some updates will happen to them. I'm just gonna let them play for a second. Okay, a second has passed, so we're gonna move on into the next studio. Our next studio is a semi-newcomer, Amazon MGM Studios. I said semi because MGM previously attended CinemaCon. First of all, I don't expect much from Amazon MGM Studios. Second of all, I believe that the accountant might get a few minutes of screen time at the CinemaCon attendees, because that might be the only one they might actually show for minutes. And all the movies you see here will most likely just be the updates. Because I'm gonna be honest, because Amazon is returning, because MGM is returning to CinemaCon underneath new ownership, I don't even know how it's supposed to go. But we'll just have to wait and see. They'll probably just make a lot of announcements like, this one's coming to theaters, this one's coming to theaters, but for now, we'll just have to wait and see how Amazon MGM Studios will work on their CinemaCon panel. Our second to last studio is Paramount. For trailers, I would say that Untitled Trey Parker movie with songs by Kendrick Lamar. Seriously, that thing comes out in July, you gotta market that. Or the Naked Gun reboot set for August, because, the only thing Paramount has to promote right now is Mission Impossible and Smurfs. Actually, speaking of, Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning and Smurfs would most likely get a lot of minutes shown. For Mission Impossible, maybe just an action sequence, maybe. And for Smurfs, maybe it'll just be the thing where they go from Smurfland to the real world. Again, who knows? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. That the only movie where I think Paramount would show some exclusive footage is Roofman, a movie that's going to come out in October. That'll be a co-production with Miramax, I think. And yeah, that's it. And I think Paramount might give us updates on Regretting You, The Running Man with Edgar Wright and Glenn Powell, the new SpongeBob movie, The Search for SquarePants, Aang The Last Airbender, a sequel movie to Avatar The Last Airbender, and Scream 7. Those are the movies where I expect to see some updates on. And yeah, that's basically it for Paramount. And now we have one more studio, Disney. For trailers, there's only two where I can think of. Ella McKay, directed by James L. Brooks, where you may know him from co-running The Simpsons, and Tron Ares, their new movie. I mean, they already released the Freaky Friday teaser, so maybe it's actually Tron's turn to have a spotlight, I think. For Disney, there are a lot of movies that could have a lot of minutes shown. Like The Amateur, which could have an entire action sequence, I think. Thunderbolts, probably another one with an action sequence. Lilo and Stitch, probably when Stitch meets Lilo, I don't know. Elio, where they might show 30 minutes, mainly because Lightyear, Elemental, and Inside Out 2 previously showed around 30 minutes during previous Cinemacon panels, I think. The Fantastic Four, First Steps, might have a lot of minutes shown, and Freakier Friday, but that is a lot of movies for a lot of minutes, okay? At Cinemacon, they might have... For Disney, some exclusive footage they might show is Predator Badlands, the new Predator movie, Zootopia 2. I've been hearing some random person on YouTube say that the teaser will promote there, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be likely, but anyway. And Avatar Fire and Ash. It could have the same thing like Way of Water, where they show the trailer and then it'll premiere in front of a Marvel movie in May, aka Thunderbolts, but I don't know though. Maybe they want to save that for Fantastic Four. I don't know. And I think the only update we'll get from Disney is Sam Raimi's new horror movie, Send Help, which is currently filming as of this recording and probably as of this release. But who knows, Sam Raimi might drop by, say hi, might show something, I don't know. But yeah, that's Cinemacon. Before I end this video, I just want to say one quick thing. Yes, I did record this video throughout the days, multiple days, and sure, some stuff has come out, but I'm just gonna say this. This video will most likely just be invalid in a few days. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good Cinemacon, and I'm gonna end the video right here before my computer explodes. Bye.